Hello and welcome back to the League of Europe channel. We are back for another week of F2 content. Two races, sprint, feature race, one-shot qualifying before that. And this time we're at the Spanish Grand Prix, Barcelona. One track that I cannot remember doing in an F2. Or it was a very long time ago if we have done it. So, very intrigued by this one to see how this plays out. But going back to last week, obviously I was not commentating last week. I think we had Mark and Jake stand in. No, sorry. I've got that completely wrong. It'd be Mark and Mike stand in. I am just that brain dead. I just want to make sure now because otherwise I'm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was Mark and Mike stood in for Imola last week, which I think had a rain affected sprint race, which was won by Rocco, who's now second in the standings, and the feature race was won by Nathan, who is fifth. Big winner from last week. Not only the championship leader, who is Verstappen, who is 21 points clear at this point, who lost a few points to... Well, he gained on Rocco in second place, but the man who finished second in both races last week, QVR Campbell, is now 24 points behind, so has gained... I think he gained 5 points on Verstappen last week. And he has shown he's got the pace to be winning races this season. He hasn't yet won a race. He's had 3 second places, and this season's been a bit. The positions have been mental at the start. So at some point, he's got to settle down. I would have thought, and it might be this week. Who knows? But we are just waiting for. We have 19 drivers currently. I actually don't know how many of the reserves are here. I think Pease... No. Yeah, so Pease is stepping in again in the Trident. And I'm trying to remember who that's for. I think that might be for Killer Blue. It is. Or is it? My brain. Trident. No, it's for Miami. Sorry, I should probably look at this before I actually do anything. And I think we also have a high tech missing, which let me have a look who that is. That would be Emily Tope, who we are waiting for. And I think there must be another driver. Yes, so there is an MP missing, and that would be Alt Maverick. Well, Maverick, who has said they are not. Well, he's not racing. And we've been told to go. So, we are just going to have the 19 drivers tonight. So, as they start to ready up, Spain, I think people were in the mid-20s in terms of lap times. I'm not quite sure exactly what number, but that's what we're going to be looking at for a pole time. And as it's one we haven't really done in F2, I cannot remember the last time we did it in F2. We didn't do it in Season 6, and I don't think we did it in Season 5, which I'm just going to have a look real quick. No, we did not do it in Season 5. Did we do it in Season 4? No, we didn't do it in Season 4. Did we do it in Season 3? Yes, so the last time it was done was Season 3, and in Season 3 it was an 18 race season, and it's been since it's been shortened. This is the first time Spain has been on the F2 calendar, so the first time in about 2 years, or 1.5, that it's actually made the the F2 calendar in League of Europe. So this will be a very interesting one with these 2021 cars. God knows who is the favourite for this one, because we haven't done anything around here for 2 years. So Spain's always a tough track in terms of nailing every corner, and it's it's one of the hardest to overtake on the calendar. So hopefully we do get some overtaking, but they are on their laps now as they come down towards the first corner. This is Killer Blue in this Trident. We'll get the the map on as turn 3, a much more difficult corner in these F2 cars than in the F1. F1 it's flat, and F2 it's more like the older F2 cars, the F1 cars, where you're lifting and just trying to maximise the track. As that is very deep from... Oh no, that is lag actually. I thought that was very deep from Killer Blue, but actually it's just the connection is Nathan is doing what he did a lot last season, and he is in the lead of this one. Campbell down in 8th currently, Verstappen in 9th, and that is an invalidation from Nathan, and that is exactly what you don't want. Currently, I don't think you'll mind me saying this, a surprise leader for pole position. Ariel Nolan is currently on for pole position. There's a little bit of a slide there, but he's coming through this final sector. If he keeps it clean, this could be pole position for Nolan as he comes through the final corner. No, Larkin's just overtaken him as they come up to the line. Who's going to get pole? And it is Larkin by just under half a tenth. Larkin actually takes pole away from Nolan. Nolan was second that whole lap behind Nathan. Nathan got invalidated. Was first the whole for the rest of the lap until the final corner. So Larkin takes pole position, Nolan second, and actually Campbell managed to work his way back up to 3rd in the end, whilst Nathan is down, all the way down, in 17th place. Rocco, second in the championship, is 4th. First in the championship, Verstappen is 5th. Tin Can 6th. Chill 7th. Decent qualifying from Chill. B. Morgan in 8th. Cortez 9th. And Luke manages to get the 10th spot in qualifying, which would mean he starts the sprint race from pole position. P's just missing out on that in 11th. Well, actually, the gap's 3/10. So, but Killer Blue 12th. Heated in 13th, Mark 14th, Jordan 15th, Ibo 16th, Nathan, Jerome and Ari all invalidated at the end of the session. So they will start 17th, 18th and 19th respectively. And I think we have the top 4 in the championship all next to each other. They were all, I think they were 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Because I think Tin Can was 6th as well. So, and then we have Nathan down the back of the grid. Larkin, 6th in the championship. Obviously starting this sprint race from 10th. But the feature race will be very interesting. And the other thing is Campbell had a very bad start to the lap, as did Verstappen. So maybe it was just a bad few corners, and they managed to work their way back up into 3rd and 5th in qualifying. So maybe they might be the ones to beat. Nathan's got a lot of work to do in both of these races, starting 17th in both because of the change to the format this season. Qualifying sets the grid for both races instead of the finishing order from the feature race setting the grid for the sprint. Can't do that because the sprint is before the feature race. So, but here we have Luke in his Carlin on pole position. Cortez alongside in second. Cortez only scored points in China. Didn't start last week in Imola, and in Silverstone didn't score any points. Retired from the feature race. Didn't score any points outside the top 15 in the sprint. And he's down currently in 16th place in the championship. Luke is in 11th, just outside the top 10. Scored 17 points in Imola, which was his best scoring round of the season so far. 14 in China, 4 in Silverstone. So he's got a big chance to add to that. It is 18 points for a sprint race victory. There is also the 2 points for pole position, which will be given to Larkin, and the point for fastest lap in each race. So whoever gets fastest lap in this race will have a point added on. So let's say Luke won the race with a fastest lap, he would finish on 19 points for this race. As they make their way round on the formation, there is I think that's Darry in the hairpin going very, very wide, probably taking the old circuit, and actually B Morgan has backed off quite far from these lead two, probably been taken over by the AI now. So as they come through onto the starting grid, and we'll get ready for 5 lights. As we just wait for Darry at the back of the field in the high tech to take his position right at the back. These three, obviously Nathan, Jerome and Darry, invalidated their lap times in qualifying, but we have all cars on the grid now, and we'll just get ready for the 5 lights to appear, and here they are. 5 red lights in Spain, and away we go. That was a very quick getaway for Luke. Very good from Luke. Cortez slots him just behind in the toe. It's very difficult to overtake round here, so is Cortez going to have a look on turn 1? Not much movement going into turn 1. Chill got the jump on B Morgan on the start, and actually B Morgan's going to come back at him, but it is Luke that leads away, and P's already out of the race. Is that going to bring out a safety car? No, it's not. But I am a bit surprised how he is out of the race. Mark has had a little spin, no damage, as can be seen. B Morgan down to 5th already off the start. Started 3rd. Chill got him off the launch. Verstappen goes around the outside of turn 5 and takes that position up into 4th place for the championship leader. Then Campbell has not had a good start at all. He's down in 10th, being hassled by, actually behind Nolan. So Nolan has actually got past Campbell on the start. So Campbell not had a good start whatsoever. And there, oh, that's a mega crash in the background. How are neither of them out of the race? Jordan is backwards, and I think Mark was one of the ones that joined, or was it heated? I don't actually know. That Jordan somehow still in this race, as Tinkan has been overtaken by Nolan. Tinkan looking around the outside. Campbell sticks his nose down the inside. Going to look around the outside of the chicane. Is Campbell going to get this move done? A little bit of contact. A little bit of argy-bargy, but Campbell manages to get through. Going to understeer wide off the apex, and Tinkan's going to have a run down the straight. Are they going to look at it? Heated into the pits, so it was heated. They got caught up in that incident with Jordan. As Campbell, Tinkan still side by side as they come down to turn 1. Nathan on the inside goes past both of them and gets the position. Campbell going to have another look at Tinkan, gets the inside, probably going to make this move stick. Tinkan going to hold it all the way around the outside. He got Jerome on the inside of that as well. So after Nathan started 17th, Campbell started 8th, and on lap 2, Nathan is already ahead of Campbell. Campbell down to 11th. Tinkan being attacked by Killer Blue now, and that is position done. Rocco up to 5th place, something I didn't see. I'm assuming they're all on the hard compound dice, but Rocco up to 5th place. Yep, they all are on the hards. There, that's a crash. Chill's out the race. Chill's had his spin, and now it'll be a virtual safety car. I would not be surprised if a full safety car is deployed after that. There's a 3-second penalty for Mark, and that's down at, it must have been turn 9 where Chill crashed. No full safety car coming out, so we are just going to have a virtual safety car here, which doesn't help Jordan or Heated, who Heated is 53 seconds off the back of the field, and I get the feeling Jordan might not have pit, so I don't know if Jordan's avoided damage. I would be very surprised if Jordan's avoided damage, considering he smacked the ball so quickly, and he actually might have avoided damage. We'll go back to the leaders. Luke coming down to turn 1. This could be crucial if anyone decides They want to speed at the end of the virtual safety car, but no one does. So they're back underway. Cold tyres in F2 are a killer. You got to keep them warm as Cortez having a look. A bit too far back to have a send. He's got his teammate directly behind him now. Verstappen up in third. After that chill crash. But Luke still holding position at the front of the field. Obviously very difficult to overtake round here. It's all really reliant on the DRS as we have Nathan and Nolan. Nolan very quick in qualifying. Nathan was obviously on for pole before that invalidation, so we will have to watch him. But his teammate's doing a very nice job for him at the front of the field, getting some good points for the team. But we have Cortez looking. He had a look around the outside, but didn't go for it in the end. I think Verstappen will start to close on right onto the back of these guys, and I don't know. I don't think team orders will be at play, but it's something they might have to consider. If Verstappen is the quicker car, you maybe let him go for it. But I mean, in F2, it's all fair, isn't it? Whatever happens, as Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the race. No DRS. No, actually, no DRS is enabled. I didn't think it would have been enabled as Cortez goes round the outside. Is he going to get that stop? No, he's completely off the track. Rejoins. And actually, he holds the lead from that. So, I don't know. Cortez is giving it back. So, I was going to say, I don't know how I feel about that one, him holding the lead. But, I mean, he went off the track and gained quite a big advantage from that. So, and Luke retakes that. Then down into the exit of turn 4 into turn 5. And it's all... Well, they've all held so far. So it is possible, clearly, to make that overtake on the DRS. There's a bit of a gap forming. Nolan falling away slightly, as we're just going to go on board with Cortez down to turn 10. Nothing happening there. A bit late on the brakes. Maybe just avoiding a tap there, but we have Nathan on the back of Nolan. Nolan falling back slightly from this group. The top 6 all within DRS range of each other. And then there's Nolan just 1.4 seconds back. I don't know. I don't think he's got any damage. I just think he might have struggled on the safety car restart with the tyre temps. But he has just snuck back into DRS range. And he might be able to actually just get that now. We'll see if it opens. It does. So we'll go back to the lead with Cortez trying to go at Luke yet again. Lap 5. He's gone to the inside this time. He gets it on the brake. Surely this is going to be moved on. He's tried to push Luke a little bit wide, trying to get Verstappen through. And Verstappen's well and truly through. And actually, Rocco might follow suit here as Luke goes round the outside. They're still side by side. They're going to be side by side up to turn 4. Who's going to get it at turn 4? Rocco into third place, into the podium position. Second place in the championship in that Campos, and takes third place on the track as that is a send from B Morgan on Luke. Luke getting shuffled down the order. He's just leading the race about 5 corners ago, and now he's down in P5, and he's got Larkin all over the back of him, looking to get through as well. So not a great lap for the Carlin man. Started on pole, and that's a bit sideways from B Morgan. Is Luke going to have a look down into 10? Can't really do anything. Luke, oh, he does. It's a bit late. There's a bit of contact. Is he going to get it on the inside? No, he's gonna get squeezed out there. So they hold position yet again. We got Nolan and Nathan join in the back of this group. Now the gap behind is Jerome with Campbell. And that little group, they've kind of been left behind at this stage. We're about to head on to lap 6. Cortez with an 8/10 advantage over his teammate. This is perfect for HWA. They're already leading the Constructors' Championship by just over 17 points. Now, Cortez obviously struggling this season, but this is exactly the race he needs. As Luke has a look at the inside of B Morgan, not really got the overspeed to go for it. Oh, he's got the inside of turn 3 though, so this is a big chance for Luke to try and reclaim 4th place. But they've got to be tactical about this. They don't want to lose the DRS, which they are so close to doing. B. Morgan holding it round the outside. I think Luke's going to get there, but Larkin also is trying to stick his nose in. As B. Morgan squeezes his way back past, Larkin's going to have both of them here. There's a bit of contact. Luke gets squeezed out. Luke going to be down into 6th place. I don't think he's going to be able to hold that one. No, he's not. And he's now got to watch behind him again. So he's back into 6th. Larkin does get past. But they have lost DRS this group from the leaders in front, as that is Nathan going for a move on Nolan, and then we have Tin Can out of the race. That, well, I think we might avoid a safety car for that one. It's exactly the same position as Chill. Tin Can out at the top of the hill at turn 9. All positions held so far in this final sector. We have avoided any form of safety car for that one. Yellow flag's gone, the car is cleared, and Verstappen does the fastest lap of the race. So actually the HWAs have cleared DRS from Rocco in front, and actually Larkin is not very far from getting back in DRS range of Rocco, who's in 3rd place. But this is really the key battle now. The HWAs seem to have checked out at the front. Whether Rocco can try and close that gap up, but Verstappen sat right behind his teammate in 2nd place. Perfect situation for the HWs, in exactly the race Cortez needed. Verstappen leading the championship already. He's got points in the bag. Wants to extend his lead, obviously. We're still only 4 rounds in. Well, this is the 4th round, so of 12. He wants to extend that lead as much as possible. Gets it, try and... Well, the goal is to win the championship as early as possible. Most people want that. That's definitely a warning from B. Morgan. As Jerome now has pulled back within a second. Campbell still outside of a second, but you get the feeling he's going to be joining the back of this queue very soon. But they all hold position for now, and Rocco is well and truly being dragged back into this train. He's got to defend this position. The HWAs out front are doing exactly what they need to do as a team. Is Campbell going to be close enough to get the DRS? They're all queued up. Jerome just in front. Has Campbell got good enough of an exit? Yes, he has. So he is in DRS. Jerome definitely had a little slide out of the final corner. Is Campbell close enough to make that pay? No, not really. But he is well and truly back in the train, as Jerome is just bleeding time now down this straight without going to penalties. So Mark has just picked up his second 3-second penalty, as I've said that. The only other penalty is for Jerome so far, as we are on lap 8. This sprint race is going by really quick, and it's still Cortez that leads from Verstappen. Rocco's still holding on to that 3rd place, but Larkin all over the back of him. And we have this group now all queuing up. Jerome's just out of DRS. I get the feeling he might be able to manage, well, he might be able to get himself back in. Nathan, after that storming drive on the first couple of laps, I mean, I pointed out Campbell started 8th, he started 17th, and Nathan was ahead of him on lap 2. Nathan's just stagnated. He's just stuck in 8th place behind Nolan. Nolan's doing a fantastic job with the DRS and just being able to hold him behind. And Nolan's clearly no slouch around here. I mean, he was on for 2nd place, probably 3rd. He qualified 2nd. He was probably going to be 3rd, and Nathan not invalidated his lap. Nathan was very quick in qualifying, just invalidated his lap time. He's just stuck behind him though. Nothing, and that says a lot about the way Nolan's driving this race, but it also says a lot about the track itself and the difficulty he has in overtaking. Larkin's going to breeze past Rocco now. You see what happens when you don't have the DRS. Just got nothing to defend with, and Rocco gets shuffled down to 4th place. So it looks like Verstappen's going to be extending his lead. Oh, it's Larkin makes a big mistake on the exit of 2, and he gives that position straight back to Rocco. I don't know what happened there. Just seemed to go a bit sideways on the exit, and Rocco re-inherits his final spot on the podium on lap 9. 4 laps to go at the end of this one, and it's all still stagnant, as Campbell has definitely made a mistake on that last lap. He's now 1 point, and yeah, he has. He's lost his front. He's lost part of his front wing. So Campbell, the issues that plagued him right at the start of the season. I mean, he had that sprint race in China where he got that damage on lap 1. And it's happened again here in Spain. I mean, he's still 10th, but you think he's just been stuck there the whole race. Nothing he could do. He's starting the feature race from 3rd, so he's got a good chance there. But yeah, this isn't the race he would have wanted. Just been stuck. Not really anything he could have done about that. No overtakes he could have made. Are we going to get a switch for the lead? Is Verstappen going to try and get past his teammate, or are they going to hold position? Let's find out. Verstappen is going to go for it here, so they're going to switch the HWAs. Verstappen is going to take the lead from Cortez. Cortez definitely didn't fight that one too much. As behind, we have got to move for 3rd. Again, Larkin. Is he going to get this position done and not make the mistake this time around? Yes, he is. Oh, no. Rocco's got his nose up the inside of turn 3. He's going to have to back out of that, though. Larkin not giving him the space there, just turning in. You got to do that. You got to be aggressive in turn 3. And Larkin makes that move stick. He's up to 3rd place. Looking for what would be his first podium of the season. He hasn't got a single one so far, and yet he's 6th in the championship. So Larkin looking for that as Heated picks up his first time penalty of the race. I think a few of these guys might be one warning away from a time penalty, which could be costly. I think the only person that could be alright with it is, well, it's Verstappen and Cortez, really. Or Ibo. Ibo will... Well, no, not Ibo. Dari, because the gap behind is 31 seconds. We have a move. And that is actually Nolan making a mistake. Nathan up to... Well, I don't know if he made a mistake there, but... Or Nathan's now into 6th, ahead of Luke. Nolan down to 8th, so I didn't see when that happened. My apologies. I think that was Nolan going for a move on Luke, actually. So apologies for that one. But I did not see when that change happened. There was a lot going on throughout the field. So we now have Nathan on the back of B. Morgan, who's on the back of Rocco. Is anyone going to be able to make a move here? B. Morgan dives to the inside, doesn't go for it. And actually, Nathan can't really do anything. He's going to look to the outside of turn 3. He's going to look for the run off the corner as he gets a much better drive, but he has drifted out wide. And, I mean... He got his 3-second penalty. I was about to say if he gets away with that, it's on stream, Nathan. You didn't get away with it. So, Nathan does pick up a 3-second time penalty, which is not going to help him at all. As Jerome has actually managed to overtake Nolan as well this time around. That was the other move going on. But these three, hammer and tongs, going at it. Rocco just within DRS. Of Larkin, but not really anywhere near him to challenge him. Larkin's done a pretty good job of that one. Is Nathan going to go for a send here? No, he's a bit too far back. So yeah, this is a nice 3-car battle we've got going on here. Heated has just overtaken Ariel Mark for the final points paying position, actually. We're going to have 16 finish this race. One person not going to finish in the points, and it looks currently to be Mark, but there are still 2 laps to go. Cortez did re-overtake for the lead as Rocco has cut the final chicane, gained a 3-second penalty, so he's now on 6 seconds, Rocco. And that was a slam. Well, I don't know if that was his final warning, but they're going to try and go 3 wide here. Rocco lost DRS, and he's going to lose 2 positions here. And actually, Nathan's going to manage to get himself up into 4th place on the road. So Nathan has masterminded that one. Can he get in DRS of Larkin? He's probably not. He's gone wide again, so he's picking up warnings for the fun of it now, Nathan. Because if he didn't get away with it the lap before, he's not getting away with that one either, I don't think. As we have, I think that might be Ibo round in the final sector. It is Ibo. Campbell still at the back of this train. Nowhere for him to go. He's got this damage. He is sticking to the back of the train. And he may be able to pick up one place. Well, yeah, he should be able to pick up a place from Jerome's penalties. Whether he can pick up any places from Rocco's penalties will be another one, as Rocco's now slipped out of a second. B. Morgan has, I don't know, he's lost 2 positions. Oh, Campbell's picked up a penalty, as I've said that. And that may be his, well, any further points out the bag for him. Yeah, he had them in the bag, and then, yeah, they've fallen back out. But B. Morgan, I don't know if he made a mistake or someone went for it, but he's now behind Luke and Jerome. And I think he was actually ahead of Rocco, so I don't know what's happened there. Rocco now 1.7 seconds behind Nathan. Nathan has managed to crawl into DRS, setting the fastest lap of the race. So that's a crucial point for Nathan as the HWAs are going to battle on the final lap. Verstappen went for it as Cortez picks up a 3-second penalty on the final lap. And he's actually not even, because of this battling, he's been dragged back in. Larkin is within 3 seconds of this. Cortez is not going to finish in the top 2. After all of that, he's been leading the race for so long. He's not even going to finish in the top 2 here. Verstappen passed. Cortez tried to defend it and just extended slightly and picks up a penalty as Jerome has managed to get past Luke for 6th place, but he's not going to keep that with the penalties. We have Killer Blue also looking at Nolan. Nolan just, I don't know, he lost those positions to Nathan and Luke, and he's going to just... Oh, we have Killer Blue rounding out the race on the final lap. Whoa, that was a big one. Just managed to be on board for that as well. It's similar. It's exactly what happened to Tin Can and Chill early in the race, but he will be classified. But I don't think anyone is a lap down, so I don't think Killer Blue will score even a single point in this race. As we're going to have Verstappen, the championship leader, wins again. And I think Larkin's going to take 2nd place. Yes, he is. So Larkin takes 2nd. Cortez, in the end, after leading that race for so long, is going to take 3rd. Nathan holds on to 4th place. Somehow, Nathan has held on to 4th place. Luke, after he fell back, he was leading, fell back through the field, finishes 5th in the end. B. Morgan 6th. Nolan 7th. Rocco, after being on the podium places for so long as well, finishes 8th. Campbell manages to get 9th in the end because of Jerome's penalties. Doesn't jump Rocco though, which was the one where if he hadn't got that penalty, Campbell would have jumped him, being in 8th place. Darry is going to come home in 11th. We have Jordan, who crashed on the opening lap. And somehow, like, he did exactly what Killer Blue did, exactly what Tin Can did, has actually survived, and is going to finish 12th in this race. We have Ibo a lap down. Well, he's actually out the race. So actually, Killer Blue is going to score points in this race. Killer Blue will score points because Ibo retired before he got round to where Killer Blue crashed. So Killer Blue will score 1 point at the end of this race. We have Mark and Heated will also score points in the end. So there we have it. Verstappen wins yet again. Cortez, even though he basically threw away the top 2, finishes 3rd. Best result of the season for him. I think it's 12 points for 3rd in, or is it 13? It might be 13 actually. Let me just double check. I even to this day I can't remember the point system. It is 13 points. So Cortez 13 points. That is, well, I mean, it's nearly double his points tally already. He had 15, so 13 points for him. But there we have it. Verstappen wins again. His first sprint race win. His 3rd sprint race podium. But his 3rd win overall. And from 6th on the grid. Larkin from 10th manages to come back to 2nd. Reminder, he'll have the pole in the feature race. Cortez, best result of the season, in 3rd. Nathan finishes 4th from 17th with the fastest lap. Luke 5th. B. Morgan 6th. Nolan 7th. Rocco 8th. Campbell disappointed in the end in 9th. Jerome 10th. Darry 11th. Jordan 12th. Heated 13th. Mark 14th. Killer Blue, even though he crashed out the race, still gets the final point. And then Ibo, Tin Can, Chill and Peas all did not finish and all did not score any points. And so we move now to the feature race, which will see XL Larkin on pole position, Ariel Nolan in 2nd place, Campbell's 3rd. So this is a chance for Campbell to redeem himself after just getting stuck in the first race. Obviously, pit stops are included in this one. The interesting one for me will be what Nathan can do this time around. Obviously, he came back to 4th in the last race. But can he come back and get a podium in this race. Who knows? He hasn't had the best of luck in sprint and feature races this season. He actually hasn't. Actually, no. Feature races he has had the luck. It's sprint races, sorry. And he finally had a good sprint race. So he's been on the podium in all the feature races, Nathan. But he's had good qualifyings in all 3 races before this round. So, or like a much better qualifying than 17th. So it's going to be a tough task for him. We have several. Well, we have Verstappen, who's won 3 races. Rocco's won 2. He's up there. Larkin finally has a podium. So can he make that back-to-back from pole position? Clearly had the pace. And who else have we got up there? Tin Can in 6th. He has had a good start to the season. He's won a race in China. In the sprint race, he won. So we've got some very a lot of podium sitters at the front. There's a lot of podium sitters this season so far. Are we going to see anyone new take the podium in this race? I mean, who's the highest person that hasn't stood on the podium? I think it is Nolan. So Nolan yet to have a podium. He's currently 9th in the standings, 50 points. But he's only failed to score in the feature race at last time out at Imola. So this is Nolan finally going to get his podium this season? Could it even be a win? He's starting on the soft compound tyres. Here's the tyres for everyone. There's a really mixed grid. The hards are going to be very, very bad in the first couple of laps because of the tyres, the tyre temperatures. So Nolan, Campbell, Rocco all going to look for that jump on Larkin in the opening laps. It's going to be crucial. If one of them can get ahead and pull away, that could be their race made on lap 1. So who's going to get the best start as they line up on the grid? Very crucial. Verstappen has gone for the hard, so Campbell, Verstappen on very different strategies. Nathan down there in 17th has gone for the soft, so he's going for early moves. We'll just wait now for Dari at the back. He's on the hards in his high tech. Just got to wait for him to get round to the back of the grid before we can get this one underway. Sunny skies here in Spain, so no rain in sight, and we'll have a completely dry feature race for the LOE F2 series. As we now wait for the lights to appear. And here we go. We're going to have the lights now. We're up to 5 in Barcelona. And away we go. A good getaway from Larkin. Nolan's getaway was alright, but nothing special. And actually, he's going to be under threat from Campbell, really. Is Nolan going to have a send here into turn 1? He is going to have a send up the inside of Larkin. He does have the grip on the soft compound tyres, but he's going to have to back out of that. Campbell's going to have a look around the outside. Can he do anything? No, Nolan cuts him off. Is Campbell going to try and force his way through? No, he's not. Heated has a spin in the background. There's also Killer Blue off, and I think Jerome is also something's happened with the Delta there. As Nolan trying all the way around the outside on Larkin. He's got the grip. Can he get this move done into P1? Nolan's gone deep. Larkin's going to have to go wide. Is Campbell going to get a run on Larkin as well? Oh, this is going to be very close. Is Campbell going to keep his nose in the ears? Can he get the grip down the inside? It actually turns to the outside. Who's got the move? Campbell's got the move. So crucial move for Campbell. He's up ahead of Larkin. Larkin drops down to 3rd. He's going to be under pressure from Rocco now as well. Rocco's going to look up the inside. Doesn't quite want to do it on the brakes. Going to squeeze him out though, you would have thought. And Rocco now up into 3rd position. So crucial moves just taking place. Cortez in 10th. I don't know if it's actually moved around or not. And Verstappen has actually gone 1 position backwards. B. Morgan has managed to get ahead of him. Tin Can's dropped a few places as well. Nathan already up to 11th. So Nathan on the move. But the crucial moves made on that first lap. The guys that started 2nd, 3rd and 4th all making the jump on the leader, and Campbell's going to go for the lead here on the start of the beginning of lap 2. Not going to get that done at all. Rocco nearly out of a second already. A bit of a wobble from Campbell on that curb. It holds it, and Nolan just going to keep that lead still going. As he does go very wide. He's going to try and do what Nathan did in the first race. Doesn't get away with it though. and I'd assume he got a warning from that. But Campbell all over the back of him. A little wobble again from Campbell, just not liking the grip on the inside of some of these corners. They are very long corners at the start of the lap. There's another spinner. That is Ibo down at turn 4. No harm done though. Ibo carries on as Verstappen side by side with Pease. Pease trying to get this move done. He's on the softs and he does get it done. So Pease up into 6th place. Crucial moves for these soft runners. They need to get past as many of the hard runners as they can. But Larkin holding firm in 4th place. The leaders are kind of going at it. We have Nathan now got ahead of Tin Can. So he's up into the top 10 already, Nathan, on lap 2. There we have a spinner. That's Beam Morgan. Has had a spin. Managed to keep it going. I don't know if he got it. Yeah, he didn't get any damage. So Nathan now up to 9th position. Verstappen going to be very slow. So Mark is the next car that's going to try and have a look at Verstappen. Verstappen's exit out of that final corner was excellent though. And the grip of these softs is going to start falling away sometime soon, you would have thought. It's Cortez having a look. Nathan going to look down the inside of Cortez. Not really got the overspeed to do it. He's going to have a look around the outside of turn 3, but you can't really get a move done there unless you're side by side going into it. Nathan, this is a very naughty tactic. You're just putting your foot down everywhere and pretending like there's no track limits. But he didn't make the move in the end. We do have a spinner. That is Cortez. So Cortez had his best race of the season in the first race, and has gone off in this feature race where the big points are thrown out, and has now got, well, I wouldn't even call that a wing at this point. Very little of that left. But there is now a nice, well, Verstappen's out of DRS. Pease is also out of DRS from Larkin in front. So Larkin is holding up a great pace. He's kind of sticking with the lead group as Chill makes a move on Luke. So Chill now up into 10th position. Luke defending from Jerome, who's on the softs. Going to try and go all the way around the outside of Luke in this final sector. He's going to get the move done at the chicane. Luke's going to get done by B. Morgan as well on the switchback. Just Luke kind of compromising the chicane, loses that position as well. As Chill has picked up a 3-second time penalty. As Mark finally gets past Verstappen, it's going to be Nathan coming up soon to try and get past the championship leader. This is all a waiting game for the championship leader. As Pease is out of the race, is that going to be a safety car? No, it is not. So we have avoided a safety car. Is Nathan going to have a look down the inside? He thought about it. He doesn't go for it in the end. Bit of a lock up from Verstappen. Nathan's going to try and get the traction. Oh, that was close to it coming together. I had visions of them getting stuck together, just going for a spin, but they managed to avoid that. Verstappen, yeah, these hards at the start of the race are not very nice. 19 laps of this race, so I do not know when the soft runners are going to be in. I would assume around lap... you could even see some people around lap 6, lap 5, lap 6, potentially. Even some people as late as lap 9. Well, probably a bit too late at lap 9, but some people might do it. As Rocco has kind of slipped away from the leaders. Nolan having in a nice place with the pace. He's got Campbell behind him. And Nolan actually sets the fastest lap. And actually, Nathan is going to beat my expectations by 1 lap. He comes in on lap 4. So Nathan really trying this undercut. As Larkin... Oh, Larkin's in the wall. Larkin and Rocco have come together. Larkin's just gone for an overtake on Rocco. And I don't know, maybe just cut across Rocco just before he'd cleared him. They've both gone into the wall. Rocco... I don't know if Rocco got away without damage. He looks to have got away without damage, but Larkin has most definitely not got away without damage. Cortez has another spin. Cortez is out of the race. That may be a safety car. It's further down the track, and it is a safety car. So, do you know what that has not done? That has not helped Nathan in any way, shape, or form. Nathan went for that undercut, and he's going to lose. He's probably going to lose positions because of this safety car. So, Cortez Gone from his best race of the season to his worst. In a matter of about 10 minutes. This is going to be very. Nolan's going to have the lead probably under the safety car restart. Did pick up that 3-second penalty just before, just when Rocco and Larkin had that moment. This is going to save Larkin a little bit. He's going to lose time, but probably not as much as he would have done. Well, definitely not as much as he would have done before. He might even be able to get on the back of the group again. Whether, depending on what he does with the strategy, I don't know how the tyres are going to hold up on the softs. So they can do the stops. It's after the end of from lap 3 onwards they can do their stops. Verstappen is going to stay out, so this is not good for Verstappen either, because now he has got to go a lot longer, and he doesn't get that free stop. So when he stops, he's going to be towards the back of the field. What he needs is another safety car, or some incident that's going to get him clear. He needs to pull as far away from some of these people as possible. But Nolan has actually come back out in 3rd place. Very crucial for him. Larkin onto the soft compound of tyres. Actually, I think Luke and Killablu both joined him in doing that. So Larkin's actually come out in 14th. So he has lost a lot. He was 3rd. Well, he was 4th. Sorry, before that crash. He's now 14th. Now, I don't know whether those guys are going to come back in for a set of hards, but the only hards they would have had are the ones from the sprint race, or the ones they've just used. So they might have to stick it out on the softs for a bit longer. Probably try and do the whole race on them. It will help that these first couple laps they won't have to put much wear into them. But we'll just wait for the safety car to form up. It might be another lap, maybe another 2 laps under the safety car before we can get this one going again. But the only 2 not to pit so far are the 2 in 1st and 2nd, Verstappen and Tinkan. Their strategy has kind of been messed up. I think it was Luke that bailed from that strategy. Luke Killablu bailed from that strategy, went onto the softs. Larkin was forced to because of the damage, and whether he comes back in for a set of hards now. But obviously, the hards that they have might be already quite worn, so they'll have to be careful on that front. Is anyone coming back into the pit lane? I think Killablu. Yes, Killablu is back into the pit lane. Heated is now coming into the pit lane, so he's going back onto softs, I would assume, which is bizarre to me. But Larkin back in, so I'm assuming they're going back into hards. Whether Heated is changing to another set of hards, I don't know, but we will find out. So Larkin's tyres have done 6 laps. So these are the tyres Larkin started the race on. He'll have to do the whole race on these, as with Killablu, without another change. Heated has gone onto a set of softs, which I am just very confused by. Everyone else is coming off them. Luke is going to commit to doing softs to the end, which is a bold strategy, but it could pay off. If it pays off, it's a massive stroke. So, but yeah, the big loser in all of that, Nathan. Well, not even a big loser. He just hasn't moved. Actually, no, he has. He's lost a position to Chill. And I think he was behind Mark anyway. So I think he's only lost 1 position. But he went for that undercut, and it would have worked big time had the safety car not come out. So Nathan is very unlucky in the timing of that safety car. Had it been a few corners earlier, he might have benefited massively from that, or just not benefited at all, because they could have all put it under safety car. But yeah, Nathan, the strategy did not work. Ibo has picked up a time penalty under the safety car. We are going to go round again. We are waiting for Ibo at the back of the field. He is, well, there's a group 15 seconds off, which should catch, by the end of the first sector, I would have thought, should catch the safety car queue. As actually, Heated making a small mistake. Actually, it's more than a small mistake. Has he picked up damage from that? I do not know. And he's back into the pit lane, so Heated in for a third stop. We might be waiting for this a bit long. Is this Heated changing a front wing? Who knows? As the safety car queue comes round turn 4. Ibo is still in the final sector, so I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for this. We might even have another lap, which makes Luke's strategy look a bit more viable. Going back onto softs is Heated. He did change his front wing, so he did hit the wall somewhere. Ibo is going to go past now. Ibo is now how far off? 32 seconds off Dari. But that gap will start to close. Dari is nearly on the back of the group. Nathan is backing up the safety car, half the group, a lot. So safety car is in this lap, so this is not good for Heated. The safety car is round at turn 10. Heated is at turn 1. I mean, Ibo's not even going to be able to catch. It depends on how much Verstappen decides to back up this group. I don't think he's going to be able to back it up that much for them to catch, though. He's only 3 corners from the end of the lap, 4 corners from the end of the lap, so not very much he can do in terms of he doesn't want to let these guys on the back of the group, but I don't think they're going to have a choice either way. So, I think Verstappen will probably drop the hammer as quickly as he can out of this chicane. And no, he's going to wait even further. He's going to wait. He's going to wait. He's going to wait, and he is now gone. So the safety car has peeled into the pits, and we are green flag racing once again. And it is Mark on the back of Rocco, really the one trying to make a move. Still people warming their tyres. Dari is 23 seconds off the back of the field as Mark has made that move on Rocco into turn 1. So Mark really just aware on the safety car restart. There's a spinner, and that would be Jerome off at turn 2. Managed to keep it going. Nathan has made a move into 7th place now. B Morgan manages to get past Chill as well. So Nathan having a look at Mark. Mark making that move early on. Oh, there's someone off as well. That's Nolan. Nolan from effectively the lead of the race. He's now down in 10th place. Big. Oh, I don't know if it's an error or a contact, but Nolan off, and he is now down into 10th as Nathan has made a move up the inside of turn 9. What a move. And he is now up to 5th place. Mark being attacked by B Morgan is not going to be able to stick it around the outside of there. B Morgan takes 6th place. Larkin up to 11th already. Oh, Mark, that's not a place you stick your nose in. But yeah, Nathan making the moves. Larkin making moves. A big error from Nolan, who had... he picked up a penalty, I think, before the safety car, but he was in prime position to at least get a podium from this race. As Mark has, I think, probably got damage. Unless he's had a terrible exit. He looked like he hit the back of who was it? I think it was B Morgan or Chill. Very hard. He's now down in 11th place. Larkin up to 9th. Luke really hasn't gone anywhere as Jerome has retired in the pit lane whilst he was in the points. So that's a bizarre one. Yellow flags, that is just the pit lane. So further up the field, nothing really going on here. The closest battle is Luke. Well, Killer Blue just behind this, making a move on Mark. Mark going to stick his nose in. But this is surely Killer Blue's position. Mark's going to fight it still. Nathan picks up a time penalty. Mark's going to try and squeeze Killer Blue here. He's not going to give him the space. Yeah, and Mark actually picks up a time penalty from that. And Mark's nearly lost it. Just held it, but he's now down in 13th place. So he was up in 5th. He's now 13th. A matter of 2 laps after the safety cars come in. So not a good restart for Mark whatsoever. He actually made the move on Rocco at the start of that as well. So yeah, not good for him. Campbell, who started obviously this safety car, he started in 4th place behind Nolan. Nolan back up to 8th actually, so he's got the pace clearly. Chill has now lost, well, he's 2.2 seconds back, so Campbell in prime position to win this race. Nathan is the one he's got to watch out for. There are a big puff of smoke in the background. Whether that must have been a massive lockup. Chill holding on to these positions, and they're all staying put for now. Verstappen, Tin Can, nothing separating them, and Campbell's sticking closely behind. He's got 6 lap fresher tyres. Only 8 laps to go after this one. These hard runners have got to come in sometime soon. They're going to be miles down the field, so they've got to make the most out of the soft tyres as much as they can get out of them. They've got to get out of them, and they've probably got to do it as early as possible. They wanted to get the jump in the early laps, and it just hasn't happened. So the race doesn't really start until those guys come into the pits, and we can see how it plays out from there. B. Morgan has just snuck into DRS of this group, so he's back with this lead group now. And they do not come into the pits this time around, but there will be DRS on this straight. Campbell has the DRS on Tin Can. Is he gaining enough? Tin Can does look to defend it. Tin Can going to defend it. Can't really defend it enough. Campbell has a look down the inside. Not really got the grip. Hards don't offer that braking advantage that the softs do. And Campbell has to stick in behind. But Tin Can very close from losing DRS now because of that defensive move. So these guys are very closely bunched up, as Luke is now the one having a look at Nolan behind this. So Chill doing an excellent job, but bunching everyone up behind Nolan. That mistake's going to cost him big time. I think he was on for probably a podium. Maybe the penalty could have cost him, but as Rocco picks up a 3-second time penalty himself, so we'll now move over to penalties. No one with more than 3 seconds, which is but I think there's about as many penalties have been given out in this race as the last one. So yeah, they're clearly struggling with the track limits, as Luke does have a look down the inside of Nolan this time and does get that move done up into P8. Can Luke be the one to get past Chill? Find out when they come around on the pit straight. Is Verstappen going to go into the pits this time around? I would have thought it would be this lap. If it's not this lap, it's going to be the next. And they stay out yet again, so it is going to be the next lap. They're going to look at 6 laps on the softs. They have to make a pit stop. They have to do something. As Chill picks up a time penalty. Campbell on the inside this time. Has he got the braking advantage? He goes for it. Late on the brakes. Tin Can hold it round the outside of 1. Turns to the inside for 2. Turns to the outside again for 3. And actually, I think Campbell is going to get this position. Tin Can going to try and look for the cutback. He can't really get it. Campbell has the inside for 4. And that is going to be position done. Oh no. Tin Can tries to hold it around the outside of 4, but there's just not going to be enough grip out there. And Campbell takes P2 on the road. Provisional P1 with Verstappen yet to pit. Fantastic move from Campbell. This is the race he needed after the first race. But he's got to watch behind him. This is big in the championship as well. Verstappen winning the first race, it can kind of get cancelled out if he doesn't score highly in this race because of his pit stop still to come. So Chill has been overtaken by Luke. The gap is now 3.2 seconds, and actually Chill is out of the race. This could be the saviour that Verstappen needs. Is there going to be a safety car? Are we going to get away with it? One car going through there now is Jordan. No safety car being called out. Yeah, it's cleared already, so no safety car, and Verstappen stays out yet again. So he is waiting. They are waiting for something to happen. Campbell, a bit too far back. He does have the DRS. Can he make a dive for the lead? Does he even want to make a dive for the lead? I don't know. He's got this wrapped up, really. Nathan has fallen out of a second to Rocco. To Tin Can, sorry. he is in 4th position with those penalties. So B Morgan currently is going to be finishing 2nd with Tin Can and Verstappen yet to pit. So that's a hell of a job from B Morgan. I don't know if he's picked up a podium so far this season. Actually, I can check. No, he hasn't. So that would be his first podium. I know Campbell has. I know Nathan has. And I know Rocco has. Those are the 3 main guys. B Morgan has not. So he is well in this for his first podium of the season. And now Campbell all over the back of Verstappen. I get the feeling Verstappen's hards have well and truly hit the cliff at this point in the race. But he is just sticking out there, hoping for a safety car. I think one more lap and the safety car will not come out. So it's whether you take that risk now. Even if you pit into the safety car, I still think he'd come out in 11th. So I think he's going to have to take the plunge at some point and just go onto those soft tyres. Just hope for the best, see how many positions he can make up. He's going to stay out yet again though. Tin Can follows him as well, so Tin Can, all sorts of pressure behind from Nathan. Is Nathan going to get this move done? At the same time Campbell gets this move done. Campbell is going to go to the outside. Nathan doing the same thing. Campbell takes the lead on the brakes. Is Nathan going to be able to hold it round the outside of 1? He does. Rocco picks up another time penalty. That's 6 seconds now for Rocco. But Nathan up into third place on the road, 2nd provisionally. Campbell into the lead of the race on lap 15. 4 laps to go at the end of this one. And the championship leader in a difficult position because now he can't get away. He's stuck in the train. Maybe it might hold him up the train, but he has to pit still in this race. So wait and see on that one. As nothing really going on for the rest of the field. They are tightly bunched up here with Larkin, Nolan, Luke, all tightly bunched up in the middle of the pack. Nothing doing for them, as actually Larkin has gone for a very late move. Nolan seemed to brake a little bit early. Larkin wanted to go for it and tried to get up the inside. Nothing doing for him. Verstappen still behind Campbell, not falling away from Campbell. Is he going to pick this lap? No, Verstappen stays out yet again. And actually Tin Can is the one to pick this lap. So Tin Can has gone for it on lap 15. 4 laps to go. So he has to make this pay. But he's going to come out well down the order, I would have thought. He might stay ahead of Jordan, but he's outside the top 10. As Nathan stays ahead of Rocco. Now 1.6 back from Verstappen. This is allowing B Morgan to hold on to this place. He's going to get 2nd place at this race without a penalty. Rocco's got to watch out behind him because Nolan and Larkin aren't too far away if they keep battling like this. So Mark picks up the fastest lap. He will get to keep that currently as he's in the points, but whether that gets beaten by Tin Can or Verstappen when he decides to pit, who knows. Everyone if they all currently finish, I actually think they've all they're not far off all being able to get points guaranteed. If they all finish, they get the points. But I think it's lap 17 or lap 18 for guaranteed points. It's Killer Blue makes a move on Luke. Luke now getting shuffled down the order. Maybe that's the soft tyres hitting their cliff. He is trying it from that safety car. I think he pit on lap 5. All the way. Nathan should have listened to me as well. He pit on lap 4. I said lap 5. Safety car came out in lap 5, and they all got a free pit stop on him. But he's doing all right for himself. In 3rd place, he's just outside the DRS. Rocco just has it from him, and actually Tin Can is going to get past Jordan. So he did come out behind Jordan, which could be interesting. Tin Can with the undercut. Verstappen might come out behind him. So not looking good for the championship leader whatsoever, who has stayed out yet again. There are 2 laps to the end. Well, 2 laps to the end after this one. He has got to come in the next 2 laps. Otherwise, he will be disqualified, I think. I don't think he's pit. I just want to check. No, he has not pit. So he will be disqualified if he does not come into the pit stops in the next couple of laps. Luke has given up on the soft compound tyres. He's called it enough. He's going on to a fresh set of soft compound tyres. Come out in 13th place. The real battle on track now. We have Larkin right up behind Nolan. Still on lap 17. Nathan is now two tenths off the back of Verstappen. Verstappen's hard. Have they finally hit that cliff? Who knows? They're about 5 laps older than the rest of these guys. Only 4 laps older than Nathan's, as I think Verstappen will come into the... No, he does not. Verstappen stays out yet again. And Verstappen has to pit this time around. If he does not pit, he is disqualified. So, but there's no way Verstappen is stupid enough to do that. And if he is, I deserve to eat my words on that one, because, yeah. Although it's not that embarrassing for me. As Larkin finally makes a move on Nolan, but I think Nolan might be just hanging around whether Larkin's got the pace. These two are on the front row, remember. Both had incidents of their own. All trying to make that up. Larkin with the front wing damage. Nolan going off and just losing about 7 places. So, yeah, he's trying to make that up. That's that battle for 6th position currently. Penalties forbidding. I think Killer Blue might lose out to Darion Pens as well. So we go back to the lead group. Rocco currently going to lose just the 1 place to B Morgan and Nathan. They're both going to lose a place to B Morgan. They have just dropped him out of DRS range. So whether that's enough, I don't think it will be. Ibo has a 10-second penalty for moving out of the way of people. The game gives him penalties for that. I don't get why. Verstappen's being overtaken by Nathan. Nathan makes a move into the chicane. Verstappen has to pit. And actually, Verstappen has a puncture and is out of the race. He's out of the race. He took it way too far. He took it too far. I thought he did. And it's cost him in the end. He's not even going to... Wait, he will score, I think, 1 point at the end of this race. Although Ibo has been lapped. No, if Ibo crosses the line, he beats him. So that has cost Verstappen big time. Verstappen could have come home for an 11th, 12th place finish. He's not. He's going to finish 15th. And Campbell is going to win this race without a mistake. Campbell is going to win the feature race after a terrible sprint race. Nolan's got back ahead of Larkin, has actually picked up a 6 seconds himself. He's going to lose out to Darry as well. So Darry's going to come home in about, I think, 6th place here. B Morgan. Oh, I've just seen Rocco's 6 seconds. He probably won't lose out to anyone. Well, he would lose out to B Morgan. But Campbell is going to win this race. Verstappen crashing out is a massive point for this championship. Obviously, he scored big points in the first race, but Campbell's going to score big in the second, in this feature race with more points available, and he still got decent points from the position he was in the sprint race. Campbell wins his first feature race of the season. First feature race win. B Morgan, first podium of the season, in 2nd place. Nathan from 17th finishes 3rd in the end. Finished 2nd on the road. Rocco holds on to 4th. Not a podium, but still decent with the amount of penalties. Larkin 5th in the end after that damage. Comes back to take 5th. Very good drive from him. Darry 6th. Didn't see much of Darry in this race. Kept it clean. Just pips Nolan by 23 thousandths of a second to 6th place. Nolan 7th. Started 2nd. Had lost all those positions with that one error, but managed to keep it fairly clean after that. Comes home 7th. Killer Blue in 8th. Tin Can 9th in the end after he did what Verstappen did. Came in a few laps earlier, didn't get the puncture. Finishes 9th. Luke 10th. Tried that soft all the way, didn't really work. Mark 11th. Jordan 12th. Heated, still yet to cross the line. He's in the final sector. Ibo 14th. And Verstappen will score that single point, but is 15th. What could have been? The safety car did mess his race up a little bit, but I thought they would have been in about lap 10, lap 11. to make the use of those softs, but he went all the way to the end. He went to lap 18, tried to pit on lap 18, and got a puncture with a few laps to go at the end of that, and couldn't turn into the pit lane, and retires from that race. So big disappointment at the end of that feature race for the championship leader. But there we have it, a win for Campbell, his first win. Sorry, not even just his first feature race win, his first win. An excellent drive, helped by the safety car to eliminate really the threat of Verstappen. Just had to stay with Verstappen, which he did, until Verstappen wanted to pit. But Campbell now really back in play in the championship lead. I think where did he finish in the first race? 9th, so he picked up I think 7 points in the first. No, I think it's 7 points he picked up in the first race. No, wait, I can't do maths. It will be 5 points. No, 4 points he picked up in the first race. There we go. Finally got there, compared to the 18 of Verstappen. So there we have it. Campbell wins. Great win from him. B. Morgan second, Nathan third. The fastest lap will actually wait. No, it is 7 points for 9th. So I'm thinking of the normal the LOE F1 points. The fastest lap actually went. I think Mark got it. No, so it was beaten by Luke. So Luke takes fastest lap. There you go. There's all the timings. It is Luke. There are only 2 drivers in the 27s, and Luke was slightly faster than Tin Can. So there we have it. Nathan 3rd, Rocco 4th, Larkin 5th, Darry 6th, Nolan in 7th, Killer Blue in 8th, Tin Can 9th, Luke 10th, Mark, Jordan, Heated, Ibo, and Verstappen. Those are the point scorers. Now at the race, we had Chill, Jerome, Cortez after an excellent sprint race, and Pease. So 2 excellent races yet again from the F2. F2 just does not disappoint. And I can tell you next week will definitely not disappoint. One of my favourite tracks for the F2. I love driving it personally for the for F2. Obviously, I don't get that privilege anymore whilst I'm doing this, but I get to watch it instead, and I cannot wait. F2 goes to the streets of Baku this time next week, and I cannot wait. We have some cracking races. The next four or five races for F2 are going to be fantastic. Baku, Portugal, Brazil, Saudi Arabia for the first time, and the Russian Grand Prix. I cannot wait for the next next few rounds of this. It's going to be fantastic. Verstappen, winner of the sprint race. Campbell, winner of the feature race. This championship battle at the top, it's kind of finding its way between the two of them. Rocco's still involved there. Nathan picking up good points today, but not really. Well, he probably gained the most points today, actually. I think a second and a third place, or 2 third place. I cannot remember where he finished in the sprint race. But 2 excellent races, and I cannot wait for next time out at Baku. Before then, though, we have the F1 side of things. PC on a Friday, 8 PM UK time. And then on Saturday, we have the PS4 side at 6:30 and 8 PM UK time. And the track is Monaco. So if you enjoy your crashes and safety cars not coming out, make sure to tune in for that one. And then we will be back with F2 this time next week at Baku. Until then, everyone, have a good rest of the week. And make sure you tune in at the weekend for absolute carnage.